just so odd how evil and how danger conveniently disappears. Whenever Mia like has to investigate. Like when Mia and the old lady when they went down into the basement.
Yeah, where did she go?
Yeah, where did she go? She was just there the whole time. She's like, to Riley, like we gotta get out before the old lady comes.
I think there was a point that was someone behind them, but they're like, huh? Nothing.
And I'm like, what do you mean before she comes back? She's just there. She literally just went before you. Where would she go? Hello friends, it's Geoff.
And I'm Ben.
Welcome back to another episode of Geoff and Ben. If you'd like to see this full video, it's also available on our YouTube channel called Geekroll. Come visit Geekroll for some hand-rolled and wasabi hot takes.
Mm-hmm. And if you want to listen to us scare ourselves silly, listen to us at Spotify under Geoff and Ben.
Yes, Geoff and Ben. For people who prefer listening over watching videos, we're going to be posting a new episode every Saturday.
Yes, but you should watch our videos because I will be scaring Geoff with some jump scares while we talk about the creepy movie, which we will be doing as we enter the Shelby Oaks.
It just came out, Shelby Oaks. This was directed by Chris Stuckman. He's actually a YouTuber, a movie reviewer.
Yes, he reviews movies and now he broke into the industry. And how are we going to be treating him? We're going to find out.
I think a lot of people are talking more about him than the film itself, ironically.
Well, because, it's being reviewed. So, so the reviewers are reviewing the reviewer. Ooh, how scary is that?
Anyway,
I don't know.
Then let's jump into it.
Let's go. Lights, camera. Let's roll.
Right. We're just going to jump right into it with the usual set of questions. Ben, what do you like about the film?
Okay, good. Okay, not the movie itself, but just the background of Chris Stuckman, like sticking it to the industry and joining the actual production and everything. Humble beginnings, I guess, of just being a reviewer. And now he's doing what he loves. He's directing and writing and producing.
What you like about the film is the director?
No, just celebrating the stuff about him first before we get into the real thing.
Right.
Which is, okay. Technically, though, again, since he's a reviewer, he knows what he likes, he knows the influences, and therefore he knows what works for him. And he can see it. The evidences of the techniques he used for the scares, they worked. It's the suspense parts, yeah. But he also did some bad things, but we'll go to that later. But I don't want to give any evidences yet. Let's ask you first. Okay, so what did you like about Shelby Oaks?
The thing about Shelby Oaks is it's very predictable in a sense, wherein what's gonna be scary, that it's coming. And like every good horror film, you can't help but be scared anyway. You know that the jump scare is coming because obviously the music starts to change.
Yes, the music is just there.
And the formula that he used wasn't new, but it's the way he used these techniques and incorporated it into the film, which I found really effective because I was really scared.
It was like
I was so scared. I was sinking in my seat.
It was like it's all those long shots, like you're just looking there, and he holds it there. And you're looking,
right.
Is there something there? Is there something there? And then the music is like doing something, and then like there's a whole bunch of that.
I was really in the shoes of Mia. I was just looking around the forest. I'm like, where is it? Is it just gonna pop out? Is something just gonna get her,
Yeah, there was when the hellhound comes in, like, wait, is there another one? Is there? Because like all the leaves that are moving in the sides, you just saw one monster there. It's like, are there more? Are there more? Like you're jumping around at everything then.
So to kind of like sum it all up, what I liked about this film is it's scary. It is.
It's an effective. It's
an effective film, or at least it's effective. Look the way he really gets the audience.
Oh, and props to the actress also, because Mia, she's like the girl who's looking for the missing sister.
Right.
She's pretty good.
I liked her. Yeah, her acting was just on point. It wasn't over the top.
She wasn't She wasn't a screamer.
She wasn't a screamer.
Yeah, but she's got like the face, and she's got like she's got expressions right.
Very
She did
expressive.
well.
To be honest, screaming is so overrated now. It's just, you know.
Yeah, because like if you start screaming at the start, like what else are you gonna scream at the ending or whatever?
And I always thought that in real life, I feel like real fear, you won't be screaming. You're gonna be too terrified to
You're
like,
it's in your throat. You're like, I don't know, God. Ugh. Would I?
yeah.
Oh yeah, I would get scared at some jump scares, but I think like the things that are creeping up to you, I would just freeze and like the way the movie is, I would just freeze.
Yeah, I think real fear, it would just really terrify you to the point where you wouldn't be able to scream. If you've ever had really vivid dreams and nightmares, you cannot scream. It's just very scary, you know? But anyway, moving on. There are a lot of things to like about this film, but of course,
My
but
God,
there's
the
always a
but.
but. We have to, of course, kind of, you know.
I'll ask you first. I'll ask you first.
Okay, we have to
Okay.
pick the film apart anyway.
We gotta.
Yeah.
Pick the brain. Yeah.
The brain.
Right. So, Geoff, what did you not like about Shelby Oaks?
It's difficult for me to like really, you know, say what I didn't like because I feel like I'm just nitpicking at this point.
I will nitpick. I don't care.
Perhaps there were some inaccuracies in the story about the main investigator, which is Mia.
Oh God, yes.
Because she had some questionable choices in the film, which it just didn't make sense to me. And
It's supposed to be like a detective thing, but later
Yeah,
on,
yeah.
you're gonna go like, "Oh, look, there's a dog. I'm gonna follow it."
so if I had to really nitpick, it's just the
What?
fact that Mia was just doing stuff that doesn't make sense. Like, for example, she went to the prison by herself
Yes, in the middle of the night.
in the middle of the night.
What was that? So
knowing
stupid.
knowing well that she was dealing with something paranormal, like something demonic that could harm her or kill her. She obviously was not thinking straight, or just I don't know. It just didn't make sense to me.
She had like the supernatural thing happen in the past already. Like, so you know
Right.
something might be there at the prison for you, and
Yes,
or
and
go by yourself.
at the end of the film, we know that Mia has seen the demon with her own eyes. She knows what it is, and yet she would go to a place where she's very vulnerable
Yeah, and
without even telling anyone.
well, she does something smart later on. Like, she messages her husband. But before that, stuff leading up to that, like you're like in the old lady's place.
Yeah. And I don't know, maybe her personality is just really sturdy and just really hardy, but like if a man shot himself in front of me, I'd be so traumatized for a while. I wouldn't be going around investigating.
Oh, that was the other dumb thing. It's like she's got like blood on her face and it stayed there for so long.
She didn't clean her face until
Yeah.
until the evening. Like for the whole day, the blood was just on her face, or just I don't know
Yeah,
why.
like she was watching like the videotape with the blood on her face. It was only
Right.
the next day that she just washed it. What is this? Like, is she like? I'm just kidding. No.
Yeah.
Was it like evidence? And do you want some DNA? Ew.
And the skepticism of the husband of Mia also didn't make sense to me. I think it was over the top.
Well, they were
Yeah.
together for 12 years, so I don't know.
I don't know what the hell that was about. It's either he's just, I don't know, he's just a really sucky husband for not to believe her. The evidence was staring them in the face, but like his husband was
He
still being
didn't see
skeptical.
anything. But at least you should have showed support, at least. Accompanied her to the gosh darn prison. Other stuff is like the convenience of things. It's like, well, she was inside a room with Norma, the old lady, and then like, oh look, I'm gonna be clever. I'm gonna say like, oh, I would like some crackers later on. And then like she leaves and she was supposed to investigate upstairs and stuff.
Right.
And like what she's on the way upstairs to investigate, and like, oh look, there's a photo album right there. And then of course it's important to the story that, oh no, my sister's actually here. And she flips so long. It takes so long flipping through the album that the woman came back. It doesn't take that long to make crackers.
Well, I guess they had to advance the story somehow, but it's just so odd how evil and how danger conveniently disappears. Whenever
Yeah.
Mia like has to investigate. I like when Mia and the old lady when they went down into the basement.
Yeah, where did she go?
Yeah, where did she go? She was just there the whole time. She's like, to Riley, like, we gotta get out
we
before
gotta
the
get
old
out, we
lady
gotta
comes.
get out. I think there was a point that was someone behind them, but they're
Yeah.
like, huh, nothing, and
And
then
I'm like, what do you mean before she comes back? She's just there. She literally just
yeah,
went before you. Where would she go?
yeah. Chris Stuckman should have, like, you hate these things there.
Well, at least I'm glad that it's not like one of those screaming horror films because it's just so stupid. I think that's like overused.
Yeah, she kept the level head.
Yeah, Mia kept a level head and she was very methodical with what she was doing, even if a lot of it didn't really make sense in a sense wherein she was just putting herself out there in dangerous way.
Okay. Okay, so let's go with like our third part thing.
Well, yeah,
What was the
and
part?
with most horror films, I have to ask this. Ben, what did you think the scariest part of the film
Okay.
for you was?
The scariest part, okay, was like it's called Shelby Oaks. So the tape that they found was said Shelby Oaks in it. So actually watching the tape was the scary part because like it's a found footage thing you're watching. It's a little grainy. You don't know what to expect. It's gonna jump at you, which actually it does.
Right.
So that part was scary and suspenseful enough as it is. But they did Chris Stuckman did the whole ring thing where when you turned off the
did,
TV,
yeah, he did.
the black screen shows. Oh my God, there's something over there. There's like two eyes looking at you. And then Mia just like she didn't even go like no. She just goes slowly. What was that?
I was sitting at the cinema dreading that, oh my God,
I was the one who was more scared than Mia.
is this gonna be one of those films that if you watch the tape, like you're gonna be like hunted down like The Ring, you know? I'm like, oh
that
no.
was the thing. That part was
Yeah.
scared. That scared me, and the feeling of dread just continued on for the rest of the movie for me. How about you?
I think the scariest part for me is a very obvious scene. This is the part where Mia goes to the prison. Imagine you go to a prison in an abandoned town in the middle of nowhere. She doesn't tell anyone. She doesn't tell her husband. She just goes there by herself. You know that you're against a demonic entity and you go where you go to the prison of Wilson Miles.
It was a well shot prison actually. It had like good lighting and good like the darkness and stuff. It looked good.
And if I had to say one more thing, I guess the part where Riley Brennan, the paranormal paranoids, the part where they're stuck inside this cabin, right? And they could hear like hellhounds like in the background. And there was a man just roaming around. And like every time they went out to like check, he wasn't there. Where was he going?
That's
Yeah.
that's a technique that's been used, but it worked. It worked. Stuckman knows what he was doing. So.
Yeah, it's scary because you know that something weird is happening in the town. Why is this town abandoned? Like something sinister is just afoot, you know?
Okay.
Anyway,
Let's
moving on to the last portion of a review.
rating. Let's go.
Rating of 1 to 10.
I'll ask you first. Okay. How do you rate Shelby Oaks, Geoff?
I was genuinely scared of this film. I think
sure.
that it was predictable, but at the same time, I couldn't help myself but getting scared. I think the story was captivating. There was enough mystery, there was enough details to like really get you into the story. I would give this a 9. It had a certain vintage feel to it because obviously you were watching, videotapes. And we know that the paranormal paranoids, they were posting on like, early, young YouTube. Yeah. Yeah, it had a certain vintage feel to it. It kind of felt good. And there was something mysterious. Yeah, I would give it a 9 for various reasons like that. How about you, Ben?
Okay. Well, I don't think I'd give it a high 9 because it's not like a super high art thing. I'd give it an 8. But it's super fun, actually. It's super scary. But, like you watch movies to get scared. And this is an effective, scary movie. Like, you watch it for fun, but it's not gonna, like, stick its fingers in your brain and, like, traumatize you for the rest of your life. No. It's, like, it's good, clean horror fun.
Good, clean, yeah.
Yeah.
That's the word, yeah.
Yeah, it's good enough.
clean.
Like it creeps you out while watching, but there's no super gore or there's no super disturbing stuff in it. It's just the suspense and the little jump scares and the surprises. So
I don't
it was
know.
good. I liked it a lot.
I was pretty disturbed. I wouldn't say it's clean.
I wasn't totally disturbed, except for like the gunshot stuff and the hellhounds later. It wasn't super gross, I think.
Riley was impregnated by Wilson Miles and put in a cage for like 12 years.
Well, I I was fine. The baby was cute.
And that wasn't even Wilson Miles. It was probably like the demon in when so Miles fell. It impregnated Riley.
That's
It's
how it is.
crazy.
Okay. Aha! Just kidding. It's not gonna
So I
scare
guess
you
that's
anymore.
for time.
Yeah.
And Geoff.
And I'm Ben.
And we'll see you again for other movie and sometimes series related topics.
So roll the credits.
Right. Bye guys.